"I'm so stressed, I need therapy." When a Gen Z friend says this, it's not just a joke, it's often a quiet cry for help. The mental health crisis hitting this generation is deeper and more widespread than ever. A shocking 65% of Gen Z report struggling with their mental health, and they feel constantly sad or hopeless. From school stress and job uncertainty to social media overload and global crises, this generation faces a mental health minefield. What makes them different is how they respond to these challenges, with openness, awareness, and a willingness to seek help. Gen Z is the first generation to truly make mental health a part of who they are. Most of them have talked to mental health professionals and regularly learn about mental health from many different places. They understand how it affects every part of their lives. The numbers paint a stark reality. 45% of Gen Z have been diagnosed with mental health conditions, primarily anxiety and depression. Over 70% report feeling stressed about work, finances, and their future, while more than half identify social media as negatively impacting their mental well-being. Gen Z grew up in a time of non-stop digital activity, global chaos, and financial stress. Every generation has its struggles, but Gen Z faces a tough mix: high living costs, student loans, political division, and worldwide problems like the pandemic, while also staying active online. Social media adds constant pressure that older generations didn't have to deal with. It makes school and career stress even worse in today's competitive world. For Gen Z, social media is both helpful and harmful. It offers connection and self-expression, but also creates a toxic cycle of comparing yourself to others. The need to look perfect online leads to self-doubt. Cyberbullying doesn't stop when school ends, and non-stop negative content causes anxiety thanks to doom scrolling and constant stimulation. School and career pressure make Gen Z's mental health struggles even harder. They've grown up in a super competitive world where they're expected to get into top colleges and land high-paying jobs. On top of that, student debt and an unstable job market make growing up feel overwhelming. Many feel burned out or like they're not good enough, sometimes even before their careers start. In 2025, the economy has stayed shaky, but for Gen Z and millennials, money stress has been part of growing up. On top of that, they face constant pressure to look perfect. Social media trends like the Instagram face and the rise of cosmetic procedures have made unrealistic beauty standards feel normal. Trying to meet these expectations can hurt both their wallets and mental health, making it even harder to feel good about themselves or their finances. Mental health issues don't always show up in obvious ways. For Gen Z, noticing the early signs can be the key to avoiding silent suffering and getting the help they need. Key indicators of mental health challenges. While mental health signs can look different for everyone, watch out for these important warning signs: constant anxiety or stress, feeling worried all the time, racing thoughts, or a sense that something bad is going to happen, even when things seem okay. Sudden mood changes or feeling numb, swinging between feeling very tense and completely worn out. Some people may get angry or irritated for no clear reason. Avoiding social activities, skipping plans often, pulling away from friends and family, or feeling too tired to talk. Going completely silent can also be a serious sign. Trouble with sleep or eating, sleeping too much or not enough, eating too much or losing your appetite. These are common signs of mental stress. Lack of motivation and hopelessness, feeling like life has no meaning or struggling to enjoy things that used to make you happy. Mental health problems usually don't get better on their own. Ignoring the signs can make things worse and harder to treat. But spotting issues early makes it easier to manage and recover. The good news, there are real solutions, and this generation is helping to change the conversation. Unlike the past, young people today are more open about mental health and are breaking the stigma. Schools, colleges, and workplaces can support this by taking mental health as seriously as physical health, offering mental health education, free counseling, and safe spaces for honest talks. Getting therapy is also easier now thanks to online platforms. Many therapists offer affordable rates, and some schools and jobs even provide free sessions. Therapy isn't just for when things go wrong. It's a great tool for building emotional strength before problems start. Being raised in a digital world brings its own challenges. Setting limits on screen time and creating no-phone zones helps keep tech from taking over. Doing offline things, like reading, walking, or being creative, can really lift your mood. That's why more young adults are joining in-person meetups like book clubs, running groups, or dinner gatherings. These real-life connections are especially meaningful during big life changes like finishing college or starting a career. Small daily habits can have a big impact on mental health. Mindfulness and meditation can calm anxiety and improve focus. Exercise helps by releasing feel-good chemicals. Writing in a journal can clear your mind during tough times, and creative hobbies can boost happiness and lower stress. Most importantly, getting good sleep is key to staying mentally strong. That's why trends like sleep maxing are blowing up on TikTok. It's no surprise. Studies show that 70% of people feel better mentally when they sleep well. In 2025, we're also witnessing a significant shift as brands increasingly embrace mental health, empathy, and authenticity as central pillars of their business strategies. This transformation is largely driven by younger consumers who collectively prioritize mental well-being as fundamental to their lives, and companies are taking notice. Major initiatives like Maybelline's Brave Together and ASIC's Personal Best campaign demonstrate that mental health advocacy isn't limited to wellness-focused brands. Some of the world's largest companies are now helping normalize these important conversations, creating unprecedented visibility and validation for consumers. Beyond product offerings, communal spaces are evolving to support these values. Much like the iconic gathering places in popular sitcoms, where characters regularly congregate outside of home and work, these community hubs provide essential environments where people can unwind, connect, and process daily experiences with friends. This sense of belonging extends to how consumers approach even routine purchases, as evidenced by pet owners who report experiencing positive emotions like happiness, confidence, and excitement when buying healthy food for their animals, further demonstrating how our purchasing decisions increasingly reflect our deeper values and emotional needs. While friends and family provide essential support, there are times when professional intervention is necessary for mental health concern. Consider encouraging your loved one to seek professional help if their mental health significantly impacts daily functioning, including work, school, or relationships, or if they've withdrawn from previously enjoyed activities. Be particularly vigilant concerning behaviors such as substance abuse, self-harm, or dramatic mood swings. If they express hopelessness or thoughts of self-harm, immediate professional assistance is crucial. When approaching this conversation, offer gentle suggestions about speaking with a mental health professional or help them navigate available resources. Should they be receptive, support them in scheduling an appointment with a licensed therapist or psychiatrist. Gen Z faces distinctive mental health challenges, from the pressures of social media to academic and financial stresses. But it's important to remember that no one needs to face these difficulties alone. Through fostering open dialogue, emphasizing self-care practices, and accessing professional support when appropriate, this generation can successfully challenge stigma and cultivate a healthier future for themselves and others. If you found this video helpful or even just a little bit entertaining, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more health-related content. Stay safe, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.